Okay. Big day. Hello everyone, welcome back to another playthrough of Gotham Knights. Probably the last playthrough, because we're in the last case file and the last part of said case file. So we defeated the man bats, and then we were told to come down into this area, and that area is actually where the old bat cave was. And turns out there was a Lazarus pit under there. And so, as it says Talia al Ghul is using a Lazarus pit to raise an army underground. And so after we had finished the quest with the man bats, we were able to track down where it was they were coming from, and it happens to be here. So this is the last part of the game, so if all goes well, we should be finishing the game today. Let's get her done. You can hop down now. Okay. It's kind of fun. Baby. This fire works quite well against these guys. They truly do go down easy with this stuff on.
Brace yourself.
Dang. Yeah, that did great.
Hey, say something if you're not evil. Huh, evil. Who would have thought?
Okay, now what? Search for an exit. All right.
We couldn't have widened some of these passages.
Oh gosh. Jeez, this is deep down in this cave. This looks so dangerous. Alright. This place looks dangerous. That's what I thought. Okay. Dang it. It's always that second one. For whatever reason, that second slice always gets me. I don't know what it is. Oh shoot. Dang. It's interesting how they're vulnerable to fire, but they have fire abilities. All right, making good progress. I'm very much looking forward to being done with this game.
How did they cart water from the Lazarus pit all this way?
I wouldn't say the experience with this game has been like the worst, but like, again, if I had to compare it to like the Arkham games, it definitely is not. It's not my fave.
Typical. Try this.
Defeat 4 to 5 League of Assassins Shadows. Cool. Can't reach it. Alright. But yeah, it's not as good as the Arkham games. So I feel like you're going. Oh shoot. Okay, there we go. If you're going to play a Batman game, definitely suggest the Arkham games instead. But it definitely could be worse.
Oh, come on. We don't have to do things this way, you know.
They really don't like fire. He really likes that finisher. All right. Got through this garbage. Let's see what's past here.
Oh man. It really is a Lazarus
Oh wow.
pit. Your experiment at Arkham? It's over. You're done.
Did you know, child? A Lazarus pit can be used for more than just saving people from the brink of death. It has many purposes. In fact, a Lazarus pit can make a mind more malleable, more pliable to suggestion.
Wouldn't think you'd need that, considering how loyal the League is.
Sometimes it's about more than your army. Sometimes it's about having the right general leading it.
Honored, but definitely not interested.
You, like your precious Batman, were never able to save Gotham. I've finally solved that problem.
No way. Oh my gosh.
My father's mind was broken by repeated exposures to the Lazarus Pit. Unlike my father, I used that exposure to free Bruce's mind from his ridiculous oath. And you're right where we need you. Bruce's last test. Then we lead our new league into glory, remaking the world. Defeat this pretender. Take back the city that is your birthright.
I have to fight.
No! Don't do this!
I don't have a choice. I'm sorry, Bruce. Where is he? Dang, Bruce. Appeal to Bruce.
Bruce, you can do this. You can fight through it.
You died, Dick! You said you died!
It's me. I'm here. I'm real.
No! Nothing about you is real!
Uh-oh, he thinks I'm not real. Okay, Bruce. Bro, please. Appeal. Dude.
Don't you remember helping me after my parents died, Bruce?
No! Don't lie!
I'm here, Bruce. I'm alive. Come back to me.
Bro, please. Oh shoot, he got me. My bad. Damn. Dang, these kicks are crazy.
Bruce.
You always said you were bad at letting people help you, Bruce. This is something else.
Nick.
Oh my gosh.
Finally! I was starting to think I might actually have to hurt you.
Not possible. Keep me focused here. What's happening?
We finished your last case, Bruce. And we did it as a team. The Court of Owls is real.
Of course they are.
We were handling it all until... Why don't we get out of here, huh?
Can't leave a job half done.
We can deal with Talia later.
Or you can deal with Talia now. This pretender pulls you away from me. Come back to me, beloved.
I got you.
Yeah. You always do.
This is how it must be!
If you die again, Alfred's gonna kill me! I got this one, Bruce.
Okay. Next part.
Okay. We're finishing this now.
Let's go.
It is time to end this. Your death will usher in a new age for Gotham.
She's fast.
You should just give up. That's it. Accept your fate.
I can't keep track of her.
You get what you deserve, Nightwing. You will never interrupt my plans again.
Sting me.
What have you to say, Nightwing?
Really? Okay. So I can't answer that.
Nothing about you is worth this time. You will never succeed.
You looking like it. I can't get a lot of hits in at all.
I'll just give up now. This is your last fight, Dick Grayson.
Don't use my actual name. It's Grass. Get up, Dick. Come on, sweetie.
As yet we see, we will die, Nightwing. You'll never survive this. This is your last fight, Dick Grayson.
I'm back.
Your death will usher in a new age for Gotham. This is just the beginning of your...
Then another part? I would imagine so for her.
I missed something funny?
You... Dick Grayson. In your single-minded pursuit to capture me, you forgot to watch your back.
What happened? Crap. The court.
Oh,
Well, the
no.
court hates you,
The
though.
fault is with you, Talia Al Ghul. Your abomination led us here, and now you and it will die.
You will never bring death to an Al Ghul.
Crap.
Shit.
Right? Shit. Shoot.
Now to end
Uh-oh.
this. You will not stop me. You will die, Nightwing. Your efforts are pathetic.
She's so fast. I'm gonna probably die in this section.
What have you to say, Nightwing? Get what you deserve, Nightwing. You children will never learn. I will end you.
Yes, she's so fast. I had a feeling I would die here.
No matter how you try, you cannot.
Yeah.
Your cooperation was admirable, but doomed to fail.
So the biggest thing about her is that she's just really, really fast. She's really fast.
You will regret every choice that brought you here, child. You children will never learn.
There's gotta be a way for me to deal with that.
You hold him back from his true potential. No matter how you try, you
Oh shit, I don't have anything.
take this. Nothing about you was worth his tongue.
So she like once she does all that crap,
Accept this pain.
I'm able to get something in.
usher in a new age for Gotham.
I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with that.
Like so many before you. Get what you deserve, Nightwing. Your efforts are pathetic. What have you to say, Nightwing? I will save Gotham from itself. You will die, Nightwing.
I don't understand the timing of avoiding her swings. Because, like, it's not giving you the indicators, but it's still hurting you. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to figure out the timings of how to avoid her swings. Because, like, literally her moveset's, like, 3 things. Not even. It's 2. Yeah, it's, like, 3 things. She has her arrow thing. She has, like, she's in the sky, and then she smashes down and does a bunch of stuff. And then she has, like, her consistent swings. Which is the thing that keeps hitting me. Like, I keep getting hit by 1 or 2 of her hits or swings there. So, like,
You will regret. You will die, Nightwing. Your efforts are pathetic. What have you to say, Nightwing? You suffer for no reason. Except...
like, if I just figure out how to consistently avoid that, I got it.
You will fall. You will not best me. Get what you deserve, Nightwing. What have you to say, Nightwing? You will never defeat me. No matter how you try, you...
I don't get it. I'm just lucky I'm crazy strong right now.
Seems my beloved did train you well.
It is over. Now to our spoils.
How much longer is this going to take?
I see they wasted 0 time replacing Kane.
Yeah.
Take heart. Your death has purpose. You die, so the court lives forever.
There's no way in hell.
You get this Lazarus pit.
Go.
Oh my gosh. What are these things vulnerable to? Bruce? What?
Bruce?
What is he about to do? Sorry about the lag.
All of you grew without me. Become your own heroes. The knights that Gotham really needed. Together, you're stronger than the Batman ever could be. I'm so proud of all of you. And I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
You might want to run.
I don't have patience. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Oh, guess not.
It was never the criminals of Gotham that scared me. It's you. The rich want more. Politicians who pander to your reckless demands. Police who hurt the people they're supposed to protect.
I still wish the bag was.
This Lazarus pit. Because I won't let you.
The blast destroyed every ounce of the Lazarus pit. Now the Court of Owls has also gone to ground. For the most part. I'm sure they still whisper in a lot of ears we don't know about yet. Talia booked it, of course. There's nothing in Gotham for her now. She made sure to leave a parting gift, though. League Assassins. I guess to make sure we don't get too comfortable. Or just to keep an eye on us. What's left of the Batwing was recovered. Bruce is really gone. But while Gotham City's still dangling above an abyss, I've got a grip on it now. This city is no longer the court's plaything. Jacob Kane was just the beginning. The Court of Owls is still among us. They still think Gotham City is theirs to rule. But now we're the ones watching. They can no longer lurk in the shadows. They will face the night. The people of Gotham City deserve some good. It's overdue. I promise, I will fight for you until my final breath.
I'm so sorry about the lag. It's so bad. Like, they don't line up at all, the audio and the visuals. And that is Gotham Knights. Man, how long of a task this was. We have come quite a long way indeed. Okay, so gotta do my game review. Let's start with animation. Animation was quite good, actually. It's really good. It's one of the best animated games I've seen in a little bit. Almost, it's like not as realistic as Devil May Cry. I think I played the 5th one on my channel, so it's not as realistic as that, but like it's pretty darn good. It's also probably not as clean as like the God of War 2017 version, but it's pretty good. It's pretty realistic looking. That's one of the things that caught my eye about it as soon as I opened it up. Just like, wow, this looks really good animation wise. So yeah, no complaints there. I greatly enjoy the animation. As for the, why are you lagging again? What's your problem? Is it supposed to be showing credits right now? I can't tell. I guess we have another cutscene. I'm gonna say skip, because literally nothing's happening right now. I just need to stop showing a black screen and nothing else and just a bunch of audio. Like, it'd be great if you did something, gang. Hopefully it does something soon. I'm kind of worried right now. But as for the actual gameplay, I like the side stuff, like the side cases. Those are pretty interesting and fun. This video is very annoying. I really wish I could so skip this. So I can't pause it and quit to the... I don't know what's going on. Yeah, side cases are pretty cool. I would say the lineup of the villains you dealt with in the side cases were interesting. Like, you had Freeze, Harley, and then Clayface. Very odd lineup, but I wasn't mad at it. It would have been cool, I think, to have like a Death Note side case, but not Death Note. What's it called? Deathstroke. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. A Deathstroke side case would have been pretty cool. And it also would have been kind of cool if they had Damien in the to some level, but you know, it's fine. But overall, they were pretty fun, interesting. Let's see. I will say, and I said this multiple times, that the fighting in this game just does not move as smoothly as the fighting mechanics in the Arkham games. Okay, this is getting on my nerves. Like, literally, it's just a black screen. I think it's saved. I don't want to do that. I'm really worried about my progress not being saved. Can I mute the music? Because it's so annoying. It's literally just a black screen. I don't think it's supposed to be doing this. Yeah, the fighting mechanics just do not move as smoothly as the Arkham games. I've talked about it a lot of times throughout this playthrough. And yeah, just with something about the Arkham game fighting mechanics, again, it's one of the things that I love so much about that series and what got me into it in the first place. was just how smooth and how much of a flow and like kind of like a dance you can get into, where it's just like, oh, counter, strike, strike, counter, counter, strike, strike, counter, counter, catch that thing, throw this batarang, back claw this guy, do a pummel take down on this guy. It's just like, and you start getting into this flow, into this rhythm, and then you're getting up these points and you're ranking it up, and you're getting like a no hit streak of like in the hundreds, sometimes 200s if you're good enough. So like it was just so satisfying, and the feelings and the vibrations you would get through the controller was just so great and exhilarating, and it made you feel like a bad bee, I ain't gonna lie. But with this one, I'm trying to think of a game that it reminds me of, and I really cannot pinpoint to one. But yeah, you just could not get in the flow. There's no sense of, okay, so this is the type of rhythm I need to be using. This is the type of pattern I need to be using in order to be successful. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. All I know is I just did not like it as much as the Arkham games. I guess you can say it's closer to some of the fighting you have to deal with in like God of War. It's probably closer to that, where it's like it's a lot of repetitive, simple move sets, and you just keep doing the same things over and over and over again, because the opponent is doing the exact same things over and over and over again, and you just keep doing that until you have defeated the opponent. So that resulted in some boss fights that I'm used to, because I know a lot of games do that, but it resulted in fights that weren't that interesting for me to do. And it could be that I'm just spoiled now, because coming away from a game like, I don't know, Sekiro, where sure you do have characters with very simplistic movesets, but like there's a lot of skill, timing, precision, and other things you have to take into account in order to be successful. And another thing about Sekiro is that there are different ways you can deal with certain move sets. There's not one set way you can deal with the particular move in a set. So that allowed a sense of creativity from the player. I feel like I don't get that much of that in this game. I feel like it's more set. You have to do this or it won't work. You have to do this or you will get hurt. Whatever. It didn't allow, like I said, what I was just saying, a lot of player nuance and creativity, and oh, you could do this or you could do this, and all these other options to survive. I didn't like the dependence or the use of the ranged weapons that much. And again, this is probably just me coming from the Arkham games where you didn't use ranged weapons like that much. But in this game, it seemed like you were kind of pretty dependent on having to use these things. And I don't know, it just did not sit right with me. Again, I'm always thinking about the Arkham games and how those work. And I already said before, but in those games, it's very hand to hand, and you occasionally use your ranged weapons, but you're still majority doing hand to hand stuff. There were definitely a couple of fights where I had to do a decent amount of range stuff because it was too unsafe for me to get into the opponent's face. But I'm just like, that's so not how I vision these guys fighting. It just felt so odd. And again, because I went into this game thinking it's going to be like Arkham games, figuring out it's nothing like that and having to depend on these ranged weapons, it was a bit odd for me. It could be that if I never played the Arkham games, I would think nothing of them. But because I did, and I'm just constantly comparing it to those, I can't help but feel like I wish I had just straight hand-to-hand combat the way you do in the Arkham games. What's another thing about the fire mechanics? I was fine with the elemental stuff. It was a bit odd. Like, I feel like it made sense when it came to the people who work with Freeze. And I guess it makes sense for the people who worked with the Court and the League of Shadows. But let me see, did the Freaks do? Yeah, the Freaks did that fire damage. Okay, I guess it makes some sense having those things. What I would say doesn't make sense in making so that these people are vulnerable to particular elemental attacks and not to others. Like, sure, I guess with the League not being or being immune to the toxicity makes some sense. And I guess the regulators being immune to free stuff would make some sense. Would it though? Because like I think that's one aspect of the elemental things that is a bit jarring, is that, again, comparing to the Arkham games, you don't have that, and it gives a sense of, oh, this is a world based a little bit more in realism. I really wish something would freaking show up. It's literally just a blank screen and I'm mad. And I can't do anything. Like, what the heck, man? I don't know why it's just a blank screen. Like, that doesn't make... Why is it literally just a blank screen? What the... I don't even know. I feel like credits are supposed to be rolling, but I don't see anything. And I'm worried about shutting it down and losing, like, save stuff. I do not want to have to do these fights again. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Crap. Shoot. I was talking about the elemental stuff. Oh, yes. Yeah, the Arkham games, because they don't have that, it makes it seem like, oh, these things are based a little bit more in reality. But I feel like once you add these elemental stuff, it kind of makes it more fantastical. And I guess that's fine considering the DC universe. The DC universe has a lot of fantastical things. I don't know. Like, it's not like I didn't like it. I just feel like it didn't add much to the game for me. Like, I feel like you could have had the game without it and it would have not changed much. Yeah. So I don't know. I could have taken or left the elemental damage stuff. So there's that. What else? The suits were fine, and I don't really have much of a comment about that. Most other stuff. Other aspects. Thinking about the fights, I think I already kind of touched on it in a couple of other playthroughs, in that it was just widely unclear, I feel like sometimes, and inconsistent how it is you're supposed to avoid certain moves. So like if I remember correctly, when you have like the little red circle thing show up, like that's a move you should be able to do like a dodge or evade to, and if you do the timing correctly, you should be able to avoid it. But then you saw in this Talia fight, there were some moves that did hit you that could hurt you, but there weren't any indicators in some of her swings to tell you, oh, this is when I should probably avoid. This is when I probably should evade. So that's why I ended up dying so much, because I'm just like, I can't see how it is I'm supposed to be timing this. And I consistently have that problem with the regular leader shadows. Now, fortunately with them, they did show the indicator, but I still don't know what the timing is. Like, I'm pressing it at about the same time I would press my first button when I see the first indicator. What we're talking about is with the League of Shadows, like I think one of the regular ones, and they do a swing of 3. They do one swing, they do a second one, and I think they do a third one that's red. Their first 2 is white, their last one is red. And I'm able to avoid the first one, I'm able to avoid the third one. I haven't been able to figure out how to avoid that second slash. And I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm timing it exactly the same way I do the first one, but it never works. So maybe that's on me. Maybe I should have done some of the practice things in like the training room to see if I can practice my timings of those things. But it shouldn't be that complicated. It looks it's rather simple. But maybe I will admit, maybe that's just on me. It probably is just on me. But the whole Talia thing with some strikes not having any type of indicator so that you can avoid them and time your avoiding properly, I feel like that might be a bit of a slip up. I feel like if you're gonna have it so that she does a move that can hurt you, it needs to have an indicator on it so that the player can time the avoiding properly, unless you're going to have some automatic animation happen where you see one indicator, you time it correctly, and automatically Dick avoids all preceding swings from then on. Let's see, boss fights. I must say, one thing that was a bit irksome is that the difficulty between like your regular enemies and then boss fights felt very, very different. I'm not saying like your regular enemies or like the boss fight should be as simple as your regular enemies. That never should be the case. If you're gonna have a boss fight, it should be a bit, of a challenge. It should be a bit more difficult. But like, I felt like the boss fights were exceedingly more difficult compared to just the regular guys. And I don't know, maybe again that's something on me. Maybe I wasn't high enough level. As you can probably already tell, I didn't understand a lot of aspects of the game, even though I was deep into the game. So maybe that's my fault. But something about these final boss fights, the characters move just so much faster, hit way harder, and I feel like that's the biggest thing. A lot of the characters you dealt with during these boss fights, Freeze, Clayface, Talia, Harley, they just move a lot faster, I feel like, compared to just your regular enemies. And one thing about the fighting mechanics is I feel like to a point, at least with playing as Dick, it didn't allow for that type of quick reaction and speed. So it kind of felt like the opponent in the boss fights were at a much faster level compared to my ability. It's not even that, oh, I didn't have the reaction time. Like, I had the reaction time, I am pressing the button. It just feels like the character is not made to move that fast, which definitely hindered me. Like, I feel like during the Talia fight, I was reacting to her trying to hit me. I was pressing the buttons. It just feels it was either my timing was wrong or the character is just not able to move that fast. And or maybe it's a combination of both. I don't know, but I feel like throughout the entire gameplay, and I kind of felt this from the beginning, your character's movement is a bit stiffer compared to, again, the way the character moves in like the Arkham games. It doesn't have that sense of fluidity. I think that's what it is. Yeah. It was it was frustrating. Yeah. So, but I feel like overall, I guess I've been playing this dang song again, I swear to gosh. Please. And it's still freaking blank screen. I don't know what to do. How long are these credits? Let me see something. Let me see. I'm trying to see if the game saves before the credits. I'm about to... That's it. We're going to click return here. It should have saved because it's literally just a black screen and I don't know what's wrong. Wow, a non-black screen is really nice actually. So what happens when I click continue? I've been looking at a black screen for the last 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? You're joking, right? I'm not doing this again. I won. I beat it. What do you want from me? It even saved right then, before I went off into the title screen. And my character changed. I noticed that too. Yay, yes.
The blast destroyed every ounce of the Lazarus.
Yeah, we know. I'm not watching this again. We know.
What's left of the Batwing was recovered.
Dude.
Bruce is really gone. But while Gotham City's still dangling above an abyss, I've got a grip on it now.
I can't even skip it right now.
This city is no longer the court's plaything. Jacob Kane was just the beginning.
This is the worst, you guys. This is the absolute worst. And it's still crazy laggy. Like, I literally turned down everything to low, I'm pretty sure. So the fact that it's so dang laggy. Like, what do you... Bro. I don't even know what to do.
The Court of Owls is still among us.
Yes, skip. Thank you. We saw this. Skip that too. What, back to the black screen? Oh my gosh. Things. Finally. Okay. So can I click exit now? I'm done with the game now. Thank you. Okay, fixed it. There we go. Complete case file 8, Head of the Demon. Great. Awesome. Whew. Okay. So I talked about the bosses and, you know, just the fluidity of the character. Yeah, I feel like it could have been a bit more fluid. It's just, I don't know, something about it felt a bit stiff. Didn't like it. Why is my outfit different? I don't like it. Whatever, man. Yep. Your investigation is complete and all case files have been closed. Gotham City is safer than it's been in some time. Make sure it stays that way. You can view closed cases in the database. And here we go. I can do random stuff in the city. And, yeah, but that's all the case files. Works for me. Let's see, what else could I comment on? Music. Music was pretty good. I do like it. I didn't pay attention too much when it came on, but when I did like notice it, it did sound pretty darn good. Like the credit music was pretty good. When I did like postings on Instagram, it had to pick a song from it. It was pretty good. So quite impressive. I liked it. So if I had to give the game a overall rating, I would say, oh, I didn't even talk about the story. Let me go back. I would say the story was pretty interesting. I liked it a lot, actually. I liked the mystery of it. I liked the combination of doing just straight actual investigative work with actual fighting. It felt like a true like Batman situation, because you know that's literally what the Bat Crew does. They do actual fighting, but then actual for real case work and investigating. Like they're all detectives to some level. So it was really cool. Sometimes trying to piece together everything that was happening and trying to figure out the connection between the Court and Langstrom and why the League is involved, why the League was trying to kill Batman and all this stuff. It was really interesting. The story had me on the edge of my seat. I will say once we figure out who the head of the Court was and Kane died, the mystery and the intrigue in the story wasn't as great for me, but definitely leading up to that, I was quite fascinated by everything. And that makes me kind of wish that, you know how they have just like random stuff going on in the city? I kind of wish that some of the random stuff going on in the city also involved just like pure casework. I know they still kind of have that aspect with some of these random bodies we be finding in the city. But it's not the exact same. I feel like there were some side stuff in the Arkham games where it was a bit more in depth, the type of investigative work you had to do. And so it just continued that actual detective work you would expect in like a Batman universe game. But overall, it was pretty cool. Ooh, I forgot to mention this. One thing about the mechanics I do really hate is the AR. To make this AR work, you have to hold down the down button the entire time. So let's say, oh, I want to go that way to look at that, or let's do another example, something that's not like on the map. So just like, oh, I want to go that way to look at that crime. So in order for me to look at it, and figure out the direction of it. Notice it's not showing up because I'm not pressing the down button. If I wanted to see it show up again, I have to hold down the down button the entire time. And though it's possible, you know, I can do it. It is perturbing. It would be nice if it was like it was in the Arkham games where you literally just press a button. If it was like R2 or R3 or something like that, where you have to press the joystick and it will just stay on until you press it again to turn it off. It makes things easier. It made planning out stealth sessions and strategizing those type of situations easier, because I'm not constantly having to be pressing a button to scan my surroundings to figure out where everyone is. And I think that actually might be another critique I have. There weren't enough stealth sessions for me. Maybe because I just suck at the mechanics of these games. Maybe the things that were supposed to be stealth sessions, I call them stealth sessions. You know, like the times where you're supposed to be like quiet and like sneak a bunch of people. I call them stealth sessions. But maybe it could be that I was just really bad at the mechanics, and at the points where you're supposed to be stealthing people out, I just sucked at it because I didn't understand how the game worked. That's very possible. Because it would definitely, I feel like certain times where you're supposed to be quiet, but I feel like most of the time they had it just like you could be quiet, or you can just go straight fisticuffs and just knock everyone out and go full brawl. I think I kind of liked it in the Arkham games where it was clear cut. You have to stealth these people. If you don't, you're screwed. And I think that's just because it could be that I'm just used to it, or it's probably also that I just like those types of situations. I really like the strategizing, the planning that goes into taking out a room full of people. It's really enjoyable, and I kind of miss that in this game. Yeah. So yeah, back to the story. It was interesting. I really liked it. It's actually kind of crazy how they were able to connect like a lot of different aspects of the Batman universe and actually make it sense. Like, I would never imagine Professor Langstrom would be related to the Court and then also somehow related to the League of Shadows. I never would have thought that. I would have assumed them to be all separate entities, but no, they somehow were able to come up with a decent enough story with mystery and all that stuff to connect all these moving parts. It was pretty cool. I just realized they didn't have anything but the Riddler in here. That's actually kind of crazy. Again, I'm just thinking about the Arkham games, and all the Arkham games, you always have the Riddler. But no, nothing. Not a dang thing. Interesting. So back to my general rating of the game. If I had to give it just an overall rating, I would say I liked it for the most part. Probably an 8.5. And I think the reason I'm maybe even lower, like an 8.3, 8.2. And the reason for that, I would say mostly, is the lack of fluidity in the fighting mechanics and just how forgettable some of the boss fights are. Like, I think that is actually another critique I might have. And it's kind of like how it was in, what is it? Arkham Blackgate, the DLC. I did that on my channel. Where your boss fights are just your regular fights. It's just with maybe a new, stronger character they're introducing, or just a lot of people you have to deal with. And sure, those can be fun, but again, I'm just comparing it to the Arkham games. In the Arkham games, you have like for real, actual boss fights. This one, I would say you don't really have that until you deal with all the side case files and get to the last part of those. And honestly, get to the last fight with Talia. Because all the other fights, I think, leading up to Talia in the main case are just either them introducing a stronger regular character you're going to be dealing with you like just regularly now, or people you've dealt with already just in a larger number. It's not like, oh, Talia is now fighting you right now. Deal with her. She runs away. You'll meet her again type stuff. It's not like a boss fight you have in, like, say, Arkham City, where you have to defeat Ra's al Ghul after going through a bunch of nonsense, and he's like in this giant dust man form, and you have to avoid all these assassins attacking you at the same time, all that stuff. It's not that type of boss fight. It's just kind of like what we deal with already as we just wandering the city. And there's just a collection of, say, regulators or mob gang members, and just a bunch of them. You have to fight them all. So that is definitely one aspect I feel like brings it down a good bit for me, because again, that makes the game more memorable. Having memorable boss fights makes me want to come back to the game. I feel like because it didn't have anything like that, I can't really see myself playing this game again, because I feel like there was nothing, I repeat, memorable about major beats in the game that would make me want to come back and be like, oh yeah, I want to relive this part again. I want to do this fight again or something like that. I can say that about the Arkham games. I can say that about games like, I don't know, Sekiro, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Notice, those are games with very distinct, very memorable boss fights. This one doesn't really have that. And the boss fights they do have, in my opinion, they're not that memorable. They're actually somewhat forgettable because their movesets are just so basic. I will say the cutscenes for some of them were pretty darn cool. But I'm not playing during the cutscene. I'm just watching something. So yeah, I think overall it gets like an 8.3. It's like, it's fun enough, but would I play it again? No, probably not. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I might play it again, and I might play it in the way the creators probably intended it to be played, where you're switching through the different characters. Like sometimes you play as Jason, sometimes you play as Barbara, go through Dick and then Tim and all that stuff, and you just keep going back and forth. So I might end up playing again and doing that on my own time, but I'm probably not going to do that anytime soon. And another thing I forgot to mention, which I feel like I mentioned before, is that I wish they had it so that the other characters you don't play as could come up as CPUs and you can use them. That would have been so cool. Like, so like even if I'm not playing as like Jason Todd or something, I can still see him do the things, because why not? Like, that would be so cool. Plus, it would have been so helpful. And you can have it as an option, as the player can just, like, you know, turn it off or something. Be like, oh, I don't want to have a CPU do it. I want to do it myself. Or if you know, want the cooler visuals and potentially the extra help, you have the option to bring them in. That would have been really, really, really cool. And also would have made sense considering how some of the missions, they were talking about how, oh, we got to go out into the streets and do X, Y, and Z. That never happened. It was always just us by ourselves dealing with these situations. So yeah, I feel it would have made more sense and been helpful and just looked really, really cool. But yeah, do I suggest you play it? Sure. Yeah, I would say you should play it. Just do better than I did. I probably still don't have a really good understanding of how this game works. I will say this game is definitely a learning curve. Again, if I went into this game thinking it was going to be like the Arkham games, it is not. You have to completely throw everything you know about the Batman games and replace it with something completely new. And I think that might be why it took me such a while to get used to this one, because it is truly nothing like the Arkham games, and I expected it to. So definitely a learning curve, and I probably still need to learn a lot about this game. But I would say you should play it because it is enjoyable enough. So yeah, that is the Gotham Knights playthrough. I'm going to put out a poll eventually. I'm not sure when. I'm gonna check how much longer we have in the sinking city. If there's not much left in the sinking city, I think I might try and finish that one first before we go on to another game. And that's just because then we can just start two fresh games at the same time. And I can just focus on finishing the sinking city before jumping into a new one. But I'll think about it. I'll see. And then, yeah, we can start thinking about what we're going to do next. I'm very excited. I have a lot of new games I got recently. So, like, we have a lot of options at this point. So, yeah. Thank you so much for coming with me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed it in spite of my idiocies and my confusions and not understanding how the Blasted game works. I hope it wasn't too frustrating. Hopefully I can do better in the next game that we do. So that is it for today. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this playthrough, and I will catch y'all in the next set of videos. Bye bye.